Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another brand new episode of the Uncanny Spirits Club. And this one, let me adjust my camera a little bit. This is the return of the series that I loathe, that some of you really, really enjoy. You can see I've got a new angle on the camera as well because I have a stand rather than where I was putting it before. So you got a clearer view of my robots on that side, that side. I have no idea. And my window outside. Um, but what do we have? We have searching for an IPA that doesn't suck. And out of the previous 6, we've found 2. We've found 2 that do not suck. They weren't great, but they didn't suck. So, continuing with that theme, the next one we have in line is from Thirsty Dog Brewing Company. Thirsty Dog Brewing Company in Akron, Ohio, just a few miles north from me. And this is Bloodhound Orange IPA. Clever, huh? Everything that they put out is named after dogs. Thirsty Dog. And this is 5.7% alcohol, so it's 11 point something proof, give or take. All right. Not so good with the math in my head. Quick maths. So we're going to pop that open. Smells fruity. It also smells a little IPA-ish. That's okay. So far, we are going to see what we can see. Got my Goose Island glass here. I'm going to pour it in. And remember the rules. The rules are that for this series, whether I like it or whether I hate it, I have to drink the entire thing on camera because I don't like IPAs. And just in case anybody out there doesn't trust me and thinks I'm just going to toss it down the drain if I don't like it. So, it's got some decent foam on it. On the camera, it looks more orange than it looks in person. In person, it looks more like a lager and less orangey like this. There's a lot of fizzing going on, but there's not a lot of bits down there, if anything. So it's not one of the hazy IPAs that you get that has like the bits of fruit and whatever down at the bottom, the hops. And if you remember, the Voodoo Ranger choices were the best so far out of a crowd, not great. So, I mean, points to them, I guess. Well, once again, this is Thirsty Dog from Akron, Ohio. Bloodhound Orange IPA. Blood Orange. So let's see. Bottoms up. I was about to say it wasn't too bad. And then it hit me with that super sour. But then that faded away pretty quick now that I'm talking to you. And there's kind of a nice-ish fruit aftertaste. It's not terrible. It's too early to say whether or not it sucks or not. I'm going to have to drink a little bit more and find out. But it's promising. It is promising so far. You can see my bad haircut now. I cut my own hair so you can see that's terrible. I just go bzzz, and then it grows back terrible, and then I buzz it off again. I'm sure you didn't really care to know that, but now you know. Back to this. There's some bitterness that's settled, but not awful. There's a bit of numbness in the mouth. Let's see what the second drink does. It's rough. It's a roller coaster. Like, it starts out and you're like, okay, this isn't going to be half bad. And then it gets this super sour IPA-ish taste to it. And then it settles kind of into a nice orangey. You can get the citrus, you can get the blood orange. It's in there. It's nice. And then it gets bitter. And it's like, oh wait, surprise, it's still an IPA. It's difficult to call this one. It is difficult to call this one. I don't know if I feel strongly enough to say that it sucks. I don't like it, as I haven't liked most of these, but I don't absolutely hate it. I wouldn't buy it again, but that was the same with the two that didn't suck earlier in the series, which I believe was 4 and 5. I think those were the Voodoo Rangers. Pardon me. This bitterness just settles in your mouth, and it starts out really strong and then it fades. So it's not, like I said, this is a roller coaster. There's a lot of flavors. Like, it hits you with one, then the other, then one, then the other, then one, then the other, and then I don't know. It makes my eyes water for some reason. I don't know what that's all about. But it isn't. It is not terrible. I don't think it sucks. I don't think it sucks. It has some moments that are suspect. But so far, just this far in, it does not suck. I don't like it, but it doesn't absolutely suck. The roller coaster ride is tough. It is a tough sensation. Let's keep on going. Pile on through. Oh man, it's so confusing. It is so confusing. You get that initial okay that isn't really a flavor, but it's not like a bad flavor. It's just something. It's just like, okay, I've got a drink. Oh, IPA. There's some nice orange in there. Oh, bitterness IPA. It doesn't stick around very long. I'm torn on this one. I am torn, but not quite like Natalie and Brulia. 90s reference. There you go. I'm plugged in. I'm in the know. I used to be. I don't know, man. Or woman, or whoever it is that you're watching. I'm gonna say I don't know, man. Not as a gendered term, but just because it's like I call people dude, and they can be men, women, hermaphrodite, trans, gender, whatever. If I call you dude, it doesn't matter. I'm not saying you're a male dude. Tangent. Just want to make sure people clear. I'm not being bigoted or something, or whatever. I don't care. You be whatever you want. I've said that before. But man, this is. I'm gonna go ahead and declare that it does not suck. Is it as good as the? I don't think good is the right term. Is it as palatable, which might still be stretching it, as the two Voodoo Rangers? That blood orange taste, when you get it, is really good, I think. Like, I actually really enjoy that. If I could just have something that tasted like that, I think I'd be pleased. But it's the before and the after. Yeah, I wouldn't want to buy it again. I wouldn't want to drink it again, but I do like that blood orange flavor when it rolls over the tongue. Man, that's just tough. That drink was better than the previous ones, though. This might be one of those This might be one of those. Getting into my weird accents all of a sudden. It might be one of those that the farther you get, the better it gets. I had that expectation from some of the hazy ones that had like the bits and the detritus down on the bottom, because I figured the closer you got to the stuff where the flavor was supposed to come from, the more flavor you would get, and that was often deceptive. Sometimes I would get some, I'd be surprised and it would be pretty decent, and then other times I'd get down there and they really didn't save it. And this doesn't have that. This doesn't have anything floating around at the bottom. It's got no detritus, no debris, nothing in there. It's just, it is what it is. And I do like that blood orange flavor. I do like that. I do think that is the one thing that keeps this from being in the sucks category. If it did not have such a strong and clear fruit flavor that shone amidst the dark and dreary whatever everything else is, I think I would hate this. As it stands, I am enjoying that part of it enough that this is not terrible. Would I buy it again? No, because I just don't like IPAs. And I don't want to get through that beginning and that after part just to get that middle blood orange, even though that is really good. But it does not suck. This was worth the drink this time. I think so. And it is getting better as it gets down to the bottom. And I didn't expect it. So this actually is becoming slightly better than the Voodoo Rangers, I think. I can stand this. I can stand this, and it is not completely turning me off there. There's the tripod of the middle part of my tripod dropping down. Yeah, it doesn't suck. So you've heard it here. I'm almost to the bottom. It might suck by the time we get to the end, but so far I don't think so. Thirsty Dog, Bloodhound Orange, IPA does not suck. And the blood orange part, when it shines through, is really good, which I did not expect to say about any IPA ever since the beginning of this series. And this is, of course, brewed in Akron, Ohio, which is just north of me, a little bit south in Canton, Ohio. And you can go to the brewery and you can probably try some of this stuff on premises if you're ever in this part of Ohio. Okay. Let me finish this off because that's the challenge. I got to finish off the whole thing. That last bit wasn't terrible. It still had that bitterness. And some of that is like blood orange does have some bitterness to it. And I think some of that might be in there, and that's a natural part of it. The IPA part enhances that. It makes really, yeah. I don't like bitter beer. I don't like, I don't like IPA tasting beers. I don't like my IPAs to taste like IPA. To be perfectly honest, which I think I've been through most of this series. But that blood orange part is really, really good when you get it. When you get it through everything else, it is really good. Do I recommend it? If you like IPAs, maybe. I don't know. For people who like IPAs, what part of it do you like? Do you like the flavors like that come through? Or do you like the IPA specific sour, bitter, hoppy taste that comes through? If you're in the secondary part of that, I don't know if you'll like it at all because I don't know. But if you like flavor in your IPAs and you don't mind that the rest of it tastes like an IPA, then you'll probably like this. And as per usual, I got this as part of a pick six at my local grocery store. I believe the price is still like $10.99, something like that, $11. But the prices have gone up on some things. The prices have gone up on some things by like $1 here and there because the inflation is not slowing down. The alcohol is starting to get more expensive. So I think it's still $10.99. I could be wrong. But I got 3 IPAs and I got 3 other beers that I think I'm going to enjoy a lot more because they're not IPAs. And those are going to be their own separate parts of the Uncanny Spirits Club. You'll see those videos in time. I don't know when exactly this one's going to debut. I've been doing all of these at random times throughout the years. So I'm doing, as of this recording, it's mid-December. But you might not see this until like late summer or who knows, you might not even see this till next fall. I don't know. Whenever you're watching this, I hope you enjoyed it. Playing with the time-space continuum. Ooh. But that's it. That's all I got for that. I have 2 more in the near future from this set to go. And while I'm going to be recording them relatively close together, I won't be releasing them probably really close together. I'm going to be releasing them around my other videos that I do, which are several. So that's it. So that's Thirsty Dog Bloodhound Orange IPA. Does it suck? No. Did I like it enough that I would want to buy a bunch of them? No. But I did like the Blood Orange part. It was really good compared to a lot of the other stuff that I've had in this series. So that's all I have for you. Until next time, of course, my glass is empty. Cheers.